So on this one, we're gonna change it a little bit. So power, he can do 10, 15 reps on this if I just let him do his thing. Two things I want to switch because he's still young enough is there's a little hiccup in the movement.
Yeah.
And so there's, maybe it's the start of a bone spur, so you're moving around in a certain way and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, life happens. Your body kind of locks up. So we're going to take out the hiccup
Yeah.
by moving slower.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is we're going to give you the confidence of pausing,
Yeah.
and then you wrestle.
Yeah.
So it's that complete relax
Yeah.
and then flex.
Yeah.
All right, that's what
Should
I
I
want.
be sitting on
You
this?
should be hovering, touching.
Okay.
So there's no complete relaxation.
Yeah.
It's a pause
Yeah.
and then a flex.
Yeah.
Not a pause and an explosion.
Right. Here we go.
Saying is one thing, doing is another.
Exactly.
And again, at no point is this weight difficult for any of us. It's the form that's difficult. So you set up good, there you go. Down, down, slow, slow, take it down. Flex out, go. Flex, flex, flex. Stop. Now take it down. There you go. Stop. Flex, flex, flex. Walking in.
There we go. Better.
Different?
Yes, and I've actually been trying to incorporate that idea because I've heard you say that one of the things we kind of did it with like the leg press when we were going deep. Coming out of a stretch, been doing with pecs like that dumbbells. Come out of a stretch rather than trying to use the elasticity to carry it through. Because one thing to go pump, pump. It's another thing to go pause, and I'm going like think of it as like click, 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 because it takes all the momentum out. It actually forces you to contract at each point because I have an injury in my shoulder that I go, the pec doesn't fire, the right, like something will overcompensate for it unless I go, it's flexing, it's flexing, it's flexing. So applying that principle
To every
legs,
aspect.
yeah.
And then on top of it, if you do 220, 235, or 315 like you just did,
Yeah.
what's the upside? The upside is you can go back to 405 and just move through it like
Right.
a joke, and that's what people completely miss.
Yeah. There's something I preach where I go, look, you don't have to, like, especially as you get older, you don't have to do the heaviest workout you've ever done every time you go in. You can always take 30% of the weight off and do something with that, like pausing, you know, or extending your range of motion a little bit more.
It's a tough one to get them to do. No, it's a good point, but it's like I always say, it's like it's not that you do it, it's how you do it.
Yeah.
And you just changed it up from doing sixes really easy
Yeah.
before this. If Jeff didn't get the videos, he was doing sixes like nothing. And now he just did two, and it was more beneficial. And hopefully you guys saw that again. He's still working the form. This is what I talked about the other day. I said, at first, you might have to go back
Yeah.
to rebuild.
Yeah.
And you're okay with that. You don't got an ego.
Yes.
Like
And I've
Griff
done that
has.
before. I've done that before with these other you know, going from wide benching and it's fucking at my shoulder. It's like, well, okay, now I have to take 40 pounds off. And most guys' ego is the most attached to your bench for whatever reason, but it hurts to take that off. But I've since been able to rebuild to the same point.
Bit unfair though.
Yeah.
It's a bit unfair. Why? Because he's a good-looking guy. We all wish he had his hair, especially Griff, being 26 years old and already losing his. But, what? Wow, that was mean.
What's going on with
I
this
don't
guy?
know. Just kidding.
What's going on with you?
Come on.
5, right?
Yeah, but not kidding.
Yeah, it's the main thing here is you might have to step back. But if you step back, you're gonna jump forward. It's a slingshot, man. It is such a bounce forward after you get this concept of it. Then it's another thing in the wheelhouse that you're gonna use later on. Look how much better he's doing now. Same 10. You're going. Nice.
Yes.
Go. 7, 3, 1. That's my guy. That's my guy. I know. I know. Last one. Great set. Prettiness on that.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah. I see that. It's all ego, no hair. Power, baby.
We're gonna do some front squats. May do some Anderson squats, some leg press, but quad focused. And this workout is going to be a correction of one guy's form, the continuous daily work for another guy, and then we're going to push the kid. So each person has their kind of role today on their workout, and that's the overlining thing. The underlining thing is everybody has to get better in their own little ways. But for you guys that training partners, when you get this, or if you talk to somebody that says, hey, I only want one training partner, to have something like this today for me, because I'm on stage in 3 weeks, is so beneficial, because I can't bring the energy every single day. And so, especially on those aggressive days, it's like nice that somebody else can bring that aggression. And so again, you're watching a workout, but there's so much other stuff going on in the workout. Why is this guy getting better? Why is this guy just continuously doing the same work over and over again? Why is this other guy getting pushed harder than everybody else? There's all rhymes and reasons, and I hope you guys are continuously picking this kind of little details up.
I gotta do this set. I gotta go.
Leave. Go. I don't care. Just go then.
Oh, we'll do this.
Leave. Go. You don't know Wayne's World?
No. I don't get out much.
He doesn't even know Wayne's World. How do you not know Wayne's World?
I can see the shirt. I don't get out
Well,
much.
go. Well, then leave.
Is that
not Wayne's World?
Yeah.
Or is that Mike Myers?
Which is
It is Wayne's
which
World.
is wait.
Is that my homework?
Yeah, no.
Homework is Wayne World and try to follow the diet.
You're a young kid, your only homework is Tinder and Grinder.
Tender and grinder? Okay. Lots of grinder.
Lots of
Like
grinder.
80-20 ratio.
80 on grinder.
Yeah, that's the grinder. I'm glad you understood.
For a second. Curious on mindset for how he liked today's legs. So we had to change his form on squats. Was he mentally okay with that? We had to shorten his range on leg press, and I'll guarantee he never did short range. Always the full range, you know, the optimal exercise. So let's try to find that out today and see how mentally he focused. This one's gonna be put your heels in, toes out. Now, before you do anything, this, to get the weight down, this just comes out here. Okay. Go. Back up. Up. There's 3. 4. Good. 5. You're taking it down. That's great. 3 more. 8. 9. 10. Okay, now toes all the way in. Okay, now focus here. Bring these as close as you can. Back up. Sit on it. Pressure. Don't relax. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Up. Now. Oh, so good. Talk to them.
Man, well, there's a few notes that make this much more difficult that apply to everything, which is the bringing it down, which I think you can apply to everything.
Yeah.
Bringing it down, but I think that just ups the difficulty by like 30, 40%.
Don't you bring it down if you just bring it down?
No, you don't.
Why? I don't think they.
It's like saying, you know what it is? See this? It's like putting a cup of coffee on the table. The pace at which you wouldn't spill something, if you bring a weight down like that, where you go, if I could set it on the table, setting it down without spilling it, then that's the pace that I think you're describing. It makes it so much more difficult. So the sets where I could do 20 would be tough, but my legs are still burning right now. A good 30 seconds plus after. So I think that's really the difference. And also just the word intention comes to mind because I think that's one of the biggest broader things I picked up from you is every lift has an intention. You're never lifting a weight just to lift it. With every exercise, I'll see you do it, I try to mimic it, then you kind of implant that intention of, you know, getting your knees out to here to bring it down, or pushing your knees to, you know. So each rep has a sub goal. Get to here this way, and then get it up to here this way. And it's a game changer, folks.
So they're doing he's tendon and transplanting it. So that it's not bone on bone and he's not having pain like in the middle of the night, waking up from it. But you know, he's out a thumb on one hand for however many months to recover. And he's doing it on both hands. So and he's doing it in his dominant hand first and the non-dominant. So he's gonna need other hands there. That's where
Such a great
that's where
exercise.
I'm gonna be coming in.
When we had the world champ here, Wally was here,
Yeah, well, it's like
and he just messaged me yesterday talking about leg extensions because for the last 30 years that he's been training, he always just kind of goes through leg extensions, gets the burn. But he picked up on me saying, take it down and let the fibers, you can feel the fibers if you're lean enough.
Yeah.
Shaking.
That's well. After we did the leg extensions are very light. When I did them last time with you guys, specific. Now, what's this one? The
teardrop.
yeah. So
They
the
have a real cool name.
The
smart
I
guy.
always read
the vastus medialis.
The vastus medialis. Yeah. That's I'm like how the oh right because I was sitting there you know trying to mimic what you're doing with like the 5 second and not even it's a timing thing. It's just you know I think the intention is just like hey set it down you know you got a baby in your hands put it down in the cradle don't fucking drop it you know and that made all the difference in an area because like okay it's easy to get this you'll get this with almost anything you do. Developing that teardrop that's where I see a lot of guys even bodybuilders on stage I'm like ooh this part is gone yeah and that goes with age too. Noticing like these guys that get back on stage after a while, I'm like, ooh, this doesn't pop, and that's so impressive.
Muscles, just
Yeah.
the whole thickness around the healthiness of it disappears. And so it's that muscle around the knee. You mean he got weaker knees? No.
Yeah.
He kept in that stress position. That's why he retained the muscle. These guys think that you're going to build and build and build. There's a point where you're just managing the decline. And you said the first thing to go for guys, this, and this. It's managing the decline. Where can you keep that strength so you can continue to do it for a long period of time?
Yeah, and it's in those extreme ranges of motion, like the knees over toes guy, you know, I'm sure you're aware of him, but like that concept, a lot of people don't think about, they go, oh, well, I'm weak in this area, therefore I'm going to avoid that range of motion. And it's like, no, if you're weak in this position, overload that position. If you can't even do it with body weight, okay, hold on to something. And then
so canceled today.
then it's body weight, then it's 5 pounds or whatever. But I mean, it is, yeah, it's a great analogy for everything. It's like, you know, you're weak in this area, you have a fucking, peanuts are gonna kill you, okay. What about a microgram of peanuts? What about 2 micrograms the
Low
next
dose.
day? Exactly, microdosing peanuts. Not penis, microdosing peanuts. Get your mind out of the gutter. That's what, yeah.
There's a space between here.
You said there's a space right there? Okay, oh
I
yeah.
want the chair all the way back. This is a Tom Plaz. Thank you very much. Also, I'm going to take my knee out of the tuck position. You know how, like, preacher, you always try to tuck it in there? I'm not. I'm going to take it out so it's off an inch. So there's more stress dropping down on the knee. And then I'm going to keep the torso up a little bit and take it out. That's pretty simple to get it on the lower quad. Try to feel the isolation going all the way up into the hip. Also helps because it sucks the feet all the way back underneath you. So a bit of more stretch.